Okay, so once again, good morning from Jan Literist and Empower Excellence in Northeast Ohio. And in that slight momentary transition from being muted to not being muted, the sun is back out. I'm Jan Literist, and today is April Fool's Day. April Fools in 1978 changed my life forever. I didn't really realize how much it had changed everything. It was just a mention like a blip in the conversation periodically. It's not something I share with everybody. It affects my family. And it came back to me this morning, full blown. But what it did for me on April 1st, 1978, was show me how I lived my life. Values are uppermost. Source, faith, trust, truth are right behind it. What decision I made that evening has affected me in many, 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 many ways over the years. This morning, when I awoke, it was following an evening last night where I really thought I had come to a stopping point on my pathway moving forward. But because self care is also one of my high values, I moved forward, did everything I normally do in the evening, ended up going to bed, falling asleep right away, sleeping straight through for 8 hours. And my conclusion this morning was I was going through a transition, a major transition, a paradigm shift, changing my timeline, stepping into my power, and also doing things like really looking at my total life as I proclaim to do for everybody else and make a life to see what was missing. And there were a couple of things that were missing. Without going into all the details, I have now incorporated over the last week, unbeknownst to me, what I was really doing. Several personal passions that were being left out of my life, and they were related to money. I have made a move forward on one of them. I'm waiting to hear how that's going to work out. But on the other one, I have been approved to be doing something in the community that will reflect on my writing and pull from my writing and absolutely bring every part of me into one part of my making a life. So, why is that important? Well, stepping into your power, stepping back into your power, sometimes we lose sight of where we're going and what we're doing. Sometimes we feel like we've lost our path totally. But then all of a sudden, like this morning, I called on the angels. I did my Japa meditation, which is a Wayne Dyer program that I have found to be extremely helpful in finding peace and solitude in my own brain. And with that, I have kicked off the day happy, energized, and moving on, and discovered not only is our values, I'm sorry, values and source and faith and trust and everything that's included in self care important to me. They are values to me. But when I stepped on the scale after months of giving up everything, meat, junk food, most dairy, 99% dairy, no ice cream for months, and everything, no baked goods, no bread, nothing. There's no fun in my house, no chips, no pretzels, no, not even nuts right now because they were becoming an addiction. So when I stepped on the scale, I weighed what I weighed 54 years ago. That's phenomenal. It was my goal weight that I've been working on for 2.5 years. But not only that, I did a health review. I work with a program through Dr. Buttar, Buttar, which I started in December of 2021. 22? No, 21. And you take 12 pages of questions. And with the 12 pages of questions, you can do it as often as you want, but the lowest score, which is the best score you can get, is 100. The worst score, the highest score you can get on the health review is 1,000. When I started this almost not quite 2 years ago, I was at 186, and I was quite proud of that number. But all the changes that I've made, today I finished at 106. I am doing what is right by my values, what source is telling me, what my faith, what my trust, and what self care is all about. It's the truth for me. So, with that, I'm challenging you as I begin to consider changing my mission, purpose, and passion in life from just helping women to have a better relationship with money to helping women make a life in a synergized, holistic way that includes all of their life, which is what I've done. What is your April Fool's story? I'd love to know. Please comment. I really, really miss comments. It's been a couple months since anybody took the time to do that. But in the meantime, I'm good to go. I'm stepping back into my power and I'm ready to do it. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.